Good morning, students. Today we will continue our lecture on study of compounds. This lecture is presented by me, Panit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So let's begin. So today's topic is chemical properties of HCl, that is hydrogen chloride gas. In today's lecture, we're gonna see the reactions of HCl, the chemical reactions instead. Okay, so let's begin. Here, the first chemical property is the acidic nature of HCl. As we know, HCl, when it is dissolved into water, it will form hydrochloric acid, and it is PT soluble. HCl, as HCl gas is very much soluble in water, that is why it will form a HCl solution of water, that is hydrochloric acid solution of water. Okay, so the HCl solution, that is the hydrochloric acid solution, it will give, when it is dissolved in water, it will give H3O plus Cl minus. Okay, so this H3O plus will further give H plus and H2. Okay, so this hydronium ion will further give H2O plus H plus. This, as we know, whenever a compound gives or donates H plus, is called acid. So here HCl is also can be called as acid. So HCl is acidic, as HCl or hydrogen chloride having a acidic nature. Okay, so HCl as a gas is already acidic in nature, but when it is dissolved into water, it will give H3O plus. Okay, and this H3O plus, this hydronium ion, will further be dissociated and it will form H2O plus H plus. As we know, any compound, any substance who gives or donates H plus is called an acid. So HCl, or you can say aqueous solution of HCl, that is a hydrochloric acid, is called an acid. Okay, so aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride gas is the acid. That acid named hydrochloric acid. Okay, so let's move to the next point, that is the thermal dissociation of HCl. Here HCl, when it is heated to a certain temperature, it will give two gases, that is H2 hydrogen gas and chlorine gas. Okay, so remember here, this HCl or hydrogen chloride, it can be gas as well. So here all the reactants and products can also be gas. Okay, so whenever hydrogen chloride gas can be heated to a substantial amount of temperature, then it will give H2 gas, hydrogen gas and chlorine gas. So a thermal dissociation, hydrogen chloride gas will dissociate and it will give hydrogen gas and chlorine gas, Cl2 gas. Okay, that means chlorine gas. Okay, so next reaction is reactions with NH3, and this reaction is very interesting because here HCl, we know HCl, hydrogen chloride, in acidic in nature, and whenever it is dissolved into water, it actually behaves as acid, hydrochloric acid. So this is the acid, and NH3, that is ammonia, is a base. So this is a acid base reaction. Whenever an acid is reacting to a base, it will form a salt. So this is a salt. Okay, so it is pretty much interesting. Here NH3 is reacting on an acid, and this acid is called HCl or hydrochloric acid, and it will form a salt. Okay, so as we know from acid base reaction, this acid base reaction are pretty fast. It will give the product as fast as no other reaction can do. Okay, so here HCl behaving as acid, it will give a reaction with a base, that is NH3, and it will give a salt. Okay, that is NH4Cl. Okay, so let's move to the next point, that is the reaction with metals. As we know, the HCl is being acid. Okay, HCl is being acidic in nature, so it will give hydrogen gas whenever it is reactant with a metal. Okay, so whenever a metal is being reacted with HCl acid, it will evolve the hydrogen gas. Okay, so whenever HCl is being reacted with a metal, any kind of metal. Okay, so let me explain to you. Sorry. Here, this calcium is alkaline metal or alkaline earth metal. Okay, sodium is alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, and sodium is alkali metal. And zinc and iron are the transition metal. Although zinc is not transition metal, there is a several debate on that as well. Okay, so it is not in your syllabus, so you don't have to bother about it. Okay, so all of these metals, that is transition metals, alkali metal, and alkali earth metals, all of these metals, whenever reacted with HCl, it will give a salt. It will give a salt. This is CaCl2, NaCl, ZnCl2, NaFeCl2. These all are salts. This will give salt plus H2. The salt will be present in the solid form, and the H2, that is hydrogen gas, will be evolved from the system as well. Okay, so whenever a strong acid is being reacting with the metal, it will evolve the H2 gas from the system. Okay, so here with compliance with that, HCl being a strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid, but here it is representing the hydrogen chloride gas. So as hydrogen chloride gas is strongly acidic in nature, it will also behaving as acid, and it will evolve whenever reacting with metal. It will evolve the H2 gas from the system. Okay, so here you must know that the HCl, whenever reacting to any kind of metals, that means it can react with alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, as well as transition metal. It will do the same thing, that is, it will produce a salt and H2 gas. The H2 gas, that hydrogen gas, will be evolved from the system as well. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you have understood the topic of the day, that is the chemical reactions of HCl, that is hydrogen chloride gas. If you have any kind of doubt on this topic, you can ask me by writing your doubts and queries in the comment section below. So thank you very much.